And there we go. I am on, and I hope everyone is having a great day. This is my first time using this thing. I looked it up because I know a lot of people use it for their live streams. I think BBD uses it. Mark Rogers always uses it for like his Notre Dame or Miami or whatever, college football shows that he does. So, and I looked at it, saw it was free. Didn't need to download it. I just needed to sign up for it. But so we got this going here, and we can definitely talk. Kind of want to talk some college football. There's not a whole lot of news, but I definitely want to talk about the potential season that we might get. So we will see what happens, but it's not a guarantee. So here, let me see if I can update real quick the cover photo for this video. Let me see if anyone is in the chat as well, but feel free to hop in. And this is one of those things you can join in on the actual stream itself if you want to. Definitely go to StreamYard. You can join in. I think I think there's certain versions of it that cost money, but there's also some that like the one I'm using is free. So, but we will see. Hold on, let me fix this. Probably should have done this prior to the stream, but. Let's see if I can update this. So, see, someone is watching. Feel free to type in the chat, say hello, and all that. If you want to join this stream, feel free to. But so college football season, we still got a few months until it happens, if it does happen. But you can never look too far ahead. I did a Notre Dame preview video today, and so I thought I updated the thumbnail for this. I don't know. It takes a while to load, but I have done Bama, Clemson, Tennessee, Penn State, Florida, Ohio State, Florida State, LSU, Iowa, Auburn, Oklahoma, Georgia, Minnesota, Texas, and Notre Dame in that order. I've done 15 previews, and quite a few to come. We got a few months left until the actual football season. So, but let's see. Check the chat. Looks like there's not anyone there yet, but but there are some interesting games in 2020, it being the, I guess, 150, let's see, last year was 151 years, or actually 150 years, with the 151st season. See, some people will mess that up, but so I guess this will be 151 years, 152nd season. And some interesting matchups. Looking forward to Notre Dame and Navy to kick off the season. Of course, always look forward to, as a Bama fan, the Iron Bowl, the third Saturday rivalry, although they moved it to the fourth Saturday. Apparently, that's happened a few times. I don't doubt that. Bama, Georgia. I'm looking forward to Tennessee, Oklahoma as well. That'll be an interesting game. See, 2 people are watching. Feel free to type in the chat. If you want to join StreamYard, let me put the link in here. And you can click that link, and you can join in. Copy. There you go. So, some non-con games for Bama. They get USC to open it up. The only reason why that's going to be interesting, I guess, is because of Bryce Young choosing Bama over USC. I think he was mostly committed to Alabama. He was kind of 50-50 on it. I think a lot of people expected him to choose USC because of the quarterback situation with Alabama. I think, what do they say? Oh, it depends on what Tua does. If he goes to the draft, he might choose Bama. But I think he chose Bama right before Tua made a decision on the draft. So he wants to go to a program that's going to win championships and stuff. So, but so I was happy to get him, or I didn't get him, but Alabama did, of course. So hold on just 1 second. Let's see. I can invite people. I'm not going to try to invite anyone, but I kind of wanted to just test this out a bit. I might try to use this going forward a little bit. I definitely want to try to get some people on some streams. I kind of, as you guys know, I've done some college football preview videos, but I kind of want to do something where I talk to, like for Clemson, right? I kind of want to get a fan's perspective of the team. Obviously, I could give my perspective for 2020 for Alabama. I already did that in the Bama preview video pretty much, but I kind of want to, hear from you guys. I think Pigskin Pete's showed up in my live stream once or twice before he subscribed to me. I've seen people like Tiger Nation. So, like, one of you guys, any of you Clemson fans out there, if you want to join me on a stream and talk about your college football team, shut up. If you want to join in and then, talk about your team, feel free to. We're not going to do that at the moment, but if you want to join in, you look at the comments, there's a link. I see CrimsonBrave 2020. How you doing, man? Thanks for showing up today. Other than Douglas going through the comments slower than usual, how do you like his channel? I mean, that dude knows that dude takes being an Eagle fan seriously. I'll tell you that right now. He was really heated. All the Eagles fans got so upset because of Jalen Hurts. I made a video about this the other day. You should be glad. Listen, you're gonna laugh at the fact you Eagles fans got so upset because we took Jalen Hurts on day 2, even though we paid Carson Wentz all this money. I mean, you're gonna regret saying that stuff once he balls out and just straight up does such a great job. I mean, listen, you will not regret this pick. I guarantee it. Now, you might not see him start for a couple years, but he's going to win a couple Super Bowls in Philadelphia. I can guarantee you that. So, Crimson Brave says, and you know how I feel about Hurts. Despite being an LSU fan, he's actually one of my favorite sports YouTubers. What? Unless you're talking about Douglas. or whatever. Crimson Brave, if you want to join in this stream, feel free to. I put a link in the chat if you want to get on here. But yeah, okay. So I'm still trying to figure this out too. Let's see if oh, there we go. I see. I figured out how to show the comments on the screen. I forgot that people do that on here too. But so I put a link in here. Let's see. Crimson Brave. Don't tell hillbilly UGA fans, but Florida has a shot to knock off UGA. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Georgia loses quite a bit to the draft. You heard Georgia prospects get called: DeAndre Swift, Tyler Clark, Jake Fromm. I could keep going down the list, and they have a lot of great talent coming, to Athens this year. But Florida has quite a bit returning. I like Florida to win the East. I'm not, throwing Georgia under the bus or anything. I wouldn't be surprised if they won the East. But I think if there is any year where Florida beats Georgia and gets over that hump, I think it's this year in 2020. I'm going to be honest with you. Crimson Brave, it'd be even worse for them if Fromm went back home, man. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Let's see. Still trying to figure this out and everything. What is this? Oh, I can change that too. That's awesome. I can make it a little smaller, so it's not completely covering my face and everything. So, but this is a Q&A, so if you have questions, I got answers. Try to keep it clean and everything on here. Let's see. Crimson Brave, sorry to tell you, but if I wasn't in here, you'd be lonely. Yeah, you're probably right about that. I don't know if there's anyone at 6:50 or whatever on a Thursday night just doing nothing. Stuff is opening back up around the country here or there. I don't know how many people are like going into malls and stuff or movie theaters as stuff slowly opening up, but I've heard that people are still kind of worried, which they probably should be. The virus is still there; it hasn't gone away, but at the same time, 0.5% death rate. There's nothing to be scared of. Do what? Got a 0.5% death rate. 0.5% death rate? Are you, as of right now? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah. Crimson Brave says that's a good sign for football. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, again, as I've heard, and I'm sure you've probably heard too, they're expecting it to return in the fall. Really, that's ridiculous. How are they going to predict that? First off, and but it is a good sign for football. I think it's a good sign just in general for people, for the country, for baseball and basketball. If you're a fan of both of those, I think. Now, I don't know. I have a feeling even if they get the green light to resume like basketball, which we were this close to March Madness, we were playing the tournaments, the conference tournaments. So It's ridiculous. I mean, you mean to tell me they're going to say, all right, you can play basketball now, and they're just going to just pick it up just like that? You haven't had time to practice or anything? Listen, I don't know if you're going to crown a champion or whatever for last year. Just focus on going towards November when college basketball and the NBA and everything starts back. Focus on that for now. So, but anyway. Crimson Brave, Ballard, by the way, wear earbuds or headphones when you use StreamYard. If you don't, it'll echo a ridiculous amount. And make sure the ones, also make sure the ones you let on uses them. I don't understand that last part, but I do get what you're saying. Is it actually echoing that bad? I can't hear it. Hold on. I don't hear it. Well, there it was right there because I was playing the audio, but you probably hear my brother in the background. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, I think quite a few. I don't know. I use that one app, that Camerify Live or whatever they call it. That has echo to it as well, but still. Um, Little Man Knows Sports says, "What's good? What's good? Little Man Knows Sports. Thanks for showing up tonight. Appreciate it. How you doing? This is a Q&A. You got questions, I got answers, and we're just talking sports, I guess. I know, again, we don't have sports right now, but we will soon. Crimson Brave 2020 says, when people get on, they will hear a lot of your background and echo. I used it once, and it was crazy. Yeah, I think, now that I think about it, I think sometimes BVD, I mean, it's normally quiet on his streams, but sometimes it does echo a little bit. And he's used StreamYard before, I've noticed. So, but Crimson Brave, I thought I made you a moderator on this channel. I guess not, but there, you're a moderator now. So, let's see. Little Man Knows Sports. How do you feel about USF hiring Jeff Scott? I honestly don't know who that is. I'll have to look him up. It sounds familiar, but I don't. Let me see. What's his coaching career look like? Oh, he was at Clemson. He was the. Oh, he looks familiar. You know what? I have seen him. I didn't know what his name was, but if you get a guy from Clemson that was the um, offensive coordinator or coach or whatever position, that's an upgrade for USF right there. We'll see what he does, and we'll we'll see what happens there. But I would say it's an upgrade from whoever they had the last time for a team like USF. Crimson Brave 2020. What's worse, having to sit next to Sleeta and smell his dirty? I can't read what that says. He hasn't washed in years, or wake up. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be near Sleeta. He needs to chill. Oh, I know. I see what you meant. But yeah, no. We'll move on. Little Man Knows Sports. How long will you be on here? I don't know. Probably an hour or so. But we'll see what happens. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. What is this? Oh, cool. I can change the colors of this too. I'm going to change it. I like the color blue. Why not? There we go. So now I know what people use for this because I know again Mark Rogers uses it. I've seen BBD use it a couple times. Quite a few people use this. So, but anyway, don't accidentally put me in timeout. I did not mean to do that last time, Crimson Brave. I don't even remember how that happened. I was trying something out, but I won't put you in timeout. You're good. So, but, so let's see. I do like the facts. Let's see. Najee Harris did not get drafted because he is returning to Alabama. Devontae Smith is returning to Alabama. I think Jalen Waddle was a sophomore last year. He'll be at Alabama next year. So they get a lot of guys returning on the offense. I think what I want for the quarterback situation, honestly, I want Bryce Young to start at some point. But I think um, I think Mac Jones deserves to start. He's waited quite some time. He did a great job last year. You even look at the Iron Bowl. I know we lost that game, but take away the 2 pick sixes, I think Bama wins the game. But we'll see what happens. I'm fine with either guy starting. Heck, if coach decides someone like Paul Tyson or maybe Talia deserves to start and that's who he wants, I'm fine with it. We'll just have to see how it goes. Which they have some household names on the roster at Alabama. Paul Tyson being the Bears' great grandson. Of course, Talia being Tua's younger brother. So, and man, you're in college for like 4 years, unless you redshirt for a couple more. It kind of sucks that these guys will probably only play 1 or 2 years if they get a chance. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what Coach Saban wants to do. Um, I'm also interested to see what Lincoln Riley does. I mentioned this in the, uh, the Oklahoma preview video. I'm interested to see what he does handling a freshman quarterback in Spencer Rattler or maybe Tanner Mordecai, I think. Or Spencer Rattler would be a sophomore this year, I think, but he probably would have started if not for Jalen Hurts transferring there. But we'll see. Crimson Brave 2020. I'll never let you slide putting McDonald's #1, but if you were to say Taco Bell #1, we'd have a problem. Yeah, I don't know if I put Taco Bell #1. Zach, hold on just 1 second. Hey, Zach. He's not listening. Crimson Brave with a bunch of elephants and footballs. I respect that and approve of it, sir. Roll Tide roll, man. Roll Tide roll. Let's see. So anyway, how long have I been on already? I guess about 25, almost 30 minutes. So yeah, I might use this going forward for live streams. I think it's really cool. It sets up really well. And again, I do at some point want to try to, get people on here. Um, I think I want to do something where maybe I do a team preview where, where I talk with fans. For example, Crimson Brave, if you wanted to, we could do a live stream where you as a Bama fan come on and we can, preview Alabama in 2020. I can see what I can do about Clemson. I know I watch a couple Clemson YouTubers like Bobby Durkins or Pigskin Pete. Um, Florida as well. I know a couple Florida fans. Georgia, there's Uncle Lou or Big Dog Bread or whoever. I'll see what I can do. It's not a guarantee though, but I definitely in the future, as far as previewing teams, I'm still going to do what I've been doing for college football previews. But kind of want to do something where I get people on streams and interact, with the audience. So, dude, listen, Crimson Brave. I respect the effort you're putting into this. You can't even see. I gotta get out. You can't even see my face. I respect the pride you have for Crimson Tide. I myself have it, but man, that's a lot of elephants. uh, uh, anyway, it's good stuff. So I'm looking forward to the football season. I'm confident we'll get one. Again, things do look like they're getting better, but it's still not 100%. It's not a guarantee, but we will see um, what happens. Crimson Brave, nothing is fair to Auburn, so they moved the UGA game to week 5 or 6. Yeah, nothing. Remember, I don't know if you saw this Crimson Brave. They tried to move the Iron Bowl a couple years ago when they moved the Georgia game. I was about to have a fit if they moved it. Because listen, I know the Iron Bowl hasn't always been played the Saturday after um, Thanksgiving, right? But in recent years, in the Saban era, I think back in the 90s is when it probably started. It's always been the last week in November, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. If they try to move that up, I'm going to have a fit. Listen, it's tradition. It's tradition. The third Saturday rivalry this year is on the fourth Saturday of October, the Bama Tennessee game. They moved that up. Now that's happened before, right? But at the same time, like if you're gonna name it something, if you're gonna name it the third Saturday, put it on the third Saturday. You know what I mean? Now I don't care when the Auburn Georgia game is played. I couldn't care less. Don't mess with the Iron Bowl, Barners. Come on. Anyway, I got nothing else for today, really. Um, let's see. It's not the Iron Bowl if it's not the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Yeah, I agree. And listen, as I just mentioned, it hasn't always been there. I get it. It was different back in like the 60s and 50s and all that, you know, like back in the day. But this is the 2010s or now it's the 2020s. Like this is this is a different time. This is college football, and you know, it is college football has just been so it has grown over the years, the fan bases and everything, right? Traditions have gotten bigger and better. Man, you want to move the Auburn Georgia game? Great. You want to move the third Saturday game? I mean, that kind of makes me mad a little bit, but it wouldn't make me mad as much as like, the Iron Bowl being moved. They moved the Texas A&M game. We get Texas A&M prior to the Iron Bowl instead of a cupcake. I like that. I'm fine with that. But don't move the rivalry games. Don't mess with tradition, is all I got to say. Crimson Brave says we're going to salad toss everybody in 2020. That QB that committed to Clemson that was in the championship game against Bryce Young? Yeah, DJ Uigagalele. I've gotten used to saying his name too. I used to call him DJ Ukulele because I didn't care how you said his name. I'm like, he has a weird name. What about him, Crimson Brave? I'll tell you this. I'll say this right now. And I told this to Pigskin Pete on one of his streams a few weeks ago. The matchup between Bryce Young and DJ that we're going to see in a few years in a championship is going to come down to the wire. I don't care who's on the other side of the ball on defense for either team. Man, that's going to be great. I'm going to enjoy it, man. Whoo! That'll be a shootout for the ages. Coming down to the wire, scoring in like the 40s or something like we saw a few years ago with Jake Coker at quarterback for Alabama. The first time around against Clemson, Derrick Henry won the Heisman that year, had that 50-yard touchdown. Man, that was great. Crimson Brave, what if Mac and Lawrence declares for the NFL draft in 2021? Bryce and DJ take over, meet each other in a championship. Yeah, just like I was just discussing, man. That's going to be incredible. That's going to be one for the ages we're going to want to watch over and over again. I don't care what the outcome is. Listen, I know how great Tua and Trevor are. I know how that game probably should have been was a shootout. But in my opinion, I don't know if I want to declare DJ a better talent than Lawrence yet. But I think Bryce Young is a far better talent than Tua, if I'm being honest. It's close. I'm not throwing Tua under the bus, but man, Bryce Young is special. He can run. Not that Tua can't, but I mean, come on. He has some things he could work on with his running, if anything. But Bryce Young, if anything's wrong with him, he's undersized. But we will see what happens. But yeah, if Mac and Lawrence do declare for the 2021 draft, which will most likely happen, um, that Bryce and DJ will be the starting quarterbacks. Unless something happens with the other quarterback prospects, but I doubt anyone's gonna go up ahead of them. Crimson Brave says Healthy Tua is better than Lawrence. It's close. I don't know. Now he was not okay. Let's be fair. He was not 100% healthy in that championship game a couple years ago. That is fair. He still had problems with his ankle a little bit. Of course, we remember him getting hurt against Georgia, but still, if he was 100% healthy, maybe something could have happened, but I don't know, man. You saw how Lawrence handled that game. That was new. We didn't see that from him all year long, but I mean, I don't know. I'm sure if 100% Tua and 100% Lawrence met up today, he might have the motivation to beat Trevor Lawrence. It probably would have been a closer game, obviously, but I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I appreciate Crimson Brave for stopping into the stream, and of course, I think you were the only one. But I appreciate you stopping in today, Crimson Brave, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and get off. Appreciate everyone who did stop in. Thank you, Crimson Brave, for commenting and showing up today. And that's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Appreciate everyone watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, Ballard Sports Media checking out. Y'all have a good day.